In this video, I'm going to be making the most insane villager trading haul I have ever done. Complete with multiple floors for villagers to create my god armor for the series. All concealed inside a gigantic floating emerald in our signature Clovar orange. Guys, this video was hard work, trust me when I say, but the results are so worth it. Before we get to that, I need to take you back to where we left off. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, back in the starter base, and as you can see behind me, this is pretty much everything we got done in the first episode. So we're up on my little private rooftop terrace. If we go down, this is the starter base we made last episode. If you have not watched that, if you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch it because it is a great watch. It really is. So this is what we did last time. We got a double chest there. Nice, cute little starter base. Got some basic windows. The farms, we still can't get the pigs because we have no access to carrots or potatoes to guide them and breed them. But that will hopefully happen as soon as we find that. We're going to be on a serious hunt for those crops, and it's going to be the best day of my life. We also got this done as well. We got the wheat, melon, and pumpkin farms. They're kind of grown to the side a little bit, which is kind of awkward, but we take it and we move. This is pretty much all we got done last time, but today is the day where we get out of this iron armor. You can't really tell I'm wearing it. I've got a little halo on. I've got a little texture pack that makes my armor unobtrusive. Yeah, it's about to change from iron to diamond enchanted armor. We're going to see how good armor we can get this episode, obviously without going all the way to netherite. But let me give you a step-by-step guide on how we're going to get this done. First thing we need to do, make the armor. Secondly, get an enchantment station sorted. Thirdly, we're going to need a lot more levels. And finally, we do the enchants. Now, I can go either way. I could either do books, try and like run some book enchants, or I could just go straight in the armor and see if I get lucky. I don't actually know what the best way to do this is. Well, I do. It's villagers. I've just remembered about villagers. So maybe that's what we do. I mean, we have a village very close by. We can maybe try and see if we can set up a little breeding station. Okay, we've actually kind of got a plan. Even if this leads on to 2 episodes, we could do a village breeding station this episode, and then we could go into the armor. That's a really good idea. Let's do that. New plan for today's episode. Scratch everything else. Today, we breed villagers. But if you couldn't tell by my hotbar, I'm running low on food. Luckily though, last video we did a nice little crop farm for me to gather as much food as I could possibly desire. So let's stack up on some bread and get started with today's video. So I am still at my base, but I have a bit of insider information.
That insider information being from me.
So this is my base right here, as you know. But over there on that mountaintop is where I did the intro for the first episode. While I was up there, I realized that there's actually another village that I haven't explored right next to this mountain over this other side. So I'm going to go check it out and hopefully see if they have any carrots or potatoes. For me, one, to get them pigs on the go, but also to breed these villagers, because that would sort out 2 of my major problems all at the same time. If not, we're going to have to go hunting for some more villagers. So here we are, as I said before, that is the mountain where I did my intro, and this is the village. I'm hoping it's not a thing, just like naturally, that Acacia villages don't have anything other than wheat, because if it is, then I'm looking for no reason. But there are also chests that I can look in. Ooh. Got a little upgrading table. Okay, good to know, good to know. But there are chests in these houses that I can... Where's the door? Please. I mean, emeralds. We will take emeralds. Why not? But it's not what we're looking for. Yeah, none of these now have chests. I feel like it's just... I'm just cursed when it comes to carrots and potatoes. I didn't think that would be like a major problem in my life. But here we are. I feel very uncomfortable. Do you know what I didn't think about, actually? Are there any farmers here? Because they will trade me carrots or potatoes, no? Let me see if I can... I've got composters on me. Let's see if I can actually make these guys trade with me. Because that would be great. Alright, you're going to buy wheat off me. Or I can buy bread. Let me buy bread. This could take a while. Okay. Okay, so I'm exploring now for a new village. Because that last village was, to be honest, useless. I have a weird feeling that savannah villages just don't have what we're looking for. So I'm looking for a new one now. I'm exploring. I've just found a really cool spot. It's like a little patch of land and gaps in that in between this new mangrove biome that's been implemented into the game. And this is a really cool spot. So I've got the coordinates saved. Maybe at some point in the future, we can come back here and do a little build. I don't know what yet. But if you guys have any ideas for this space, let me know, because it's like quite a cool little alcove that we got going. From what I can see in the distance now as well, I see vines on a jungle tree, which means we have a jungle biome. So that's very good to know. So we're discovering new biomes as we're exploring the land, because we haven't really done that yet. I'm actually finally out of the savannah. Doesn't it look great? All right, let's get through this, see if we can find another village. Wish me luck. Damn. Look at this. This is insane. I feel like this mountain range, along with these plains down at the bottom, has massive potential to be our main base area. We can have like a whole village down here that I could be the king of, and then I could live up on the mountain and just be rich. This actually has given me a lot of inspiration for what we could do, like a mountainside base, and have like stuff poking out the edges and a big tower on top and stuff like that. This could be a very, very cool location. Ladies and gentlemen, we have stumbled across a normal village. I did find one other savannah village on the way as well. Still didn't have any potatoes, so I have a genuine feeling they just don't grow, or they're not supplied in those kind of villages, which is heartbreaking, but they should be here. Unless my luck is extremely bad, they should be here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Give me a chest. This village has no chests. All right, up here. Oh, we got... Is this a blacksmith? No, what is this? Chest, please. Oh, I will take a saddle though, but it's still, it's heartbreaking. Oh, I have a really bad feeling I've searched everywhere. Is there something? Yes! Oh my goodness, I've never been more happy to see these bloody crops in this game than I am right now. I'm gassed. I'm over the moon with that. That's exactly what I needed. I was sprinting around like a lemon when I should have just looked right here. This is exactly what we needed. And we have now finally made it back to the starter base, back to our home grounds, where I can plant the beloved, the beautiful, the almighty carrots and potatoes. Exactly what we needed. We can now tick off 2 things on our list, which is get pigs in them farms and work on the villager breeder. Okay, so we pretty much have all the resources required for this villager breeder. And trust me, this villager breeder is going to be very efficient and give us enough for what we're going to need for this project. The only thing I am missing, though, is redstone. So we're back where we started at episode 1. I'm going to try and find that cave that I went down. I'm pretty sure it's down this way. As long as it gets me down far enough to get to redstone level, that's all I need for this next part of the challenge. So let's do it. We are going down this water stream and I see some red glimmering goodness in the distance. Exactly what we needed. Please be more than one. Okay, I think I'm pretty safe now to call it quits there, based on the fact I found another vein just up here, and I now have 27, which for what I need should hopefully be just enough. With all the resources now gathered, it's time to build. I am now currently pretty much midway between my base over there and this new village that we found before, just over there. So I don't have to travel too far to get the villagers over here, because that, I know, is hard work. From personal experience, it's horrible. They don't like listening to you. So I'm in this spot right now. I think I might just try and clear out a nice big area to build this breeder on. It's not too big, actually. It's probably like a 30 by 30 block radius that I'm going to need, but we're still going to clear out a nice big area just to give myself a bit of breathing room and enough space to work. So let's do that. Okay, so now I have plenty of space. This, to be honest, is more space than I actually need, because all I need to do is go 9 blocks this way, 9 blocks this way, create a box like this, which is where the villagers are going to be freely roaming around with their crops, and the babies are going to pop out in a little section here. This is the basic shape of the whole entire farm, to be honest. It's super simple. We've got 2 composters in the side here, just so our villagers can each get a job. They can keep farming and breeding that way with the crops. All we have to do so the crops can grow is I'm going to break a little hole just in the sides here, and this should reach either side, and place a bit of water hidden away there so no one can see it, but that will still grow the crops. So let's do it on the other side as well. Next up, all we have to do is place our 3 individual beds here. Then our trapdoor goes right here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to shove a temporary block there and put that trapdoor just there, so only baby villagers are able to fit through the gap. That's what I was trying to say. So now all that's left to do on this section is to build a little tunnel going this way. And fingers crossed, if I've done this correctly, this should pop me out right on the edge of the farm. Look at me shine. Okay, so now from here, I can make a little staircase to put the minecarts on so the villagers can actually get out of the breeder. From here, I'm going to get rid of this section, go 1 block deeper, and then put my redstone torch down right there. Then I'm going to cover this up completely all the way up to the top. From there, I'm going to dig out a little bit more and place my dispenser and the rails so that when the villagers are down here, they can pop right out up into the top, and I'm going to make a little holding chamber for them. The word chamber felt weird there. It kind of makes them feel like they're prisoners. They're not. They're going to love me, I promise. So as I said before, the dispenser goes here. And because of that redstone torch underneath, these 2 rails will be powered and then they can fly out. So now let's just cover this up with a trapdoor, break this, and place our 2 pieces of glass just so you can see through and they can't get out. Now, if I throw down my button here, I can fill up this dispenser with all of my minecarts that I'm going to need, press this, and it will pick them up and bring them straight out. Perfect. Now, I'm just going to chuck a bucket of water down there, so when the baby villagers fall, they get pushed right to the end, grow up, and I can pick them up and take them out. So this is pretty much the skeleton of the farm. All I need to do now, get some villagers, bring them over here, turn it into farmland, and they will actually need 8 stacks of carrots each to start breeding. So that's what we're going to do. This is the tricky part. So let me just see if I've still got this iron hoe. I do. And this all needs to be turned into farmland on the inside of the farm. I know right now it looks super basic, like really basic. But remember, we're just starting out. In the future, I'm going to be building one of these, but 10 times bigger, producing a lot more villagers for me to work with. And it's going to look a hell of a lot better. Trust me. Having to deal with these stubborn villagers was a headache. You're a headache, lad. But we're here. There's a massive railway track going the whole way from that village over here, and we managed to get them in. I just need to pretty much give them all of these carrots and let them get on with it. And hopefully, we get some villagers. Now, the reason I didn't actually show you guys me putting these in is because it will take up too much time in the video, because I have just had an epiphany. Now, you already know... Now, you already know this because it was in the intro, but I've only just come up with the idea in my head, like, today. So this is where this video is going. Yeah, it's all well and good being like, here's the villager breeder, done. Let's get some villagers to trade with and whack them in some boxes. But I think we can make it better than that. If I want this series to be exciting and different, I want it to be like that from the get-go. So my plan is I'm going to be building a giant floating villager trading hall. Now, this isn't going to be any kind of just floating building. I'm going to do it in a gigantic 3D floating emerald. And again, not just any emerald. I'm going to make it orange. Sticking with the branding. Obviously, orange is my color. So I'm going to make a giant orange emerald floating in the sky, not here. I'm actually going to do it over at that big mountain that I showed you earlier, just because that spot seems like what it's going to be for my big base, so it makes sense just to have everything over there. Only thing is, now I've got this here, so transporting them over in that direction, it's probably going to be difficult, but if we just extend this railcart track that I've already made, it should work. And I hope you guys don't mind me not showing all of this, but honestly, getting all of this iron, smelting it up, making the tracks, trying to get them over, it was horrible. I mean, the village is just there, but it was honestly horrible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this track over to the mountain, which is just over outside of the render distance. We're going to take some villagers over there at a time, but first we've got to design this giant floating emerald. So I'm going to go to my creative world. So if you guys didn't know, I actually have this gigantic scrapbook world. There's not crazy amounts of stuff in here, but I've actually had this world for many years, and through it, it's just been a bunch of base designs, little redstone bits we had to sort out for sorting systems, little builds I did for TikToks in the past and videos and stuff like that. I've had this base for quite a while, this world for quite a while, sorry. So I'm going to use this to design my emerald. Now, I've got this block palette in my inventory. I'm thinking of doing like an outline little skeleton with this terracotta. Then I'm going to use the concrete, maybe a bit of the wall in the middle, just to give that brighter touch. I'm going to make it, if it's not shiny enough how I want the effect to be, I'll then add a bit of glass, maybe either over the whole thing or just a bit of it, and then add little artificial shines with some white concrete as well, just to make it look a bit more cartoon and have it pop a bit more. So we're going to go to a clear space somewhere and we're going to start working on this. Many struggles later, I think I've got it. Now, I've never actually attempted to build something like this before, so I did sort of just place until it made sense. So I started with this outline, went up until I thought it was wide enough, and then sort of just mirrored it back to the top. So it is kind of like a Sims looking emerald shape, which I think is quite cool, rather than the traditional sort of boxy look that it usually has. I think this floating obviously a lot higher up in the sky would look really cool. I just don't think it pops as much as an emerald. It looks really cool, like the detailing of it is really nice, but I think we can make this shine a bit more. So I'm going to go with that glass and the white concrete effect over it and see if that makes a difference. I'm hoping it doesn't just flatten it and ruin it, but we're going to give it a go. So I'm thinking the easiest way to do this is literally just to cover every visible surface with just one layer of glass. Just like this. Do this across the whole thing and just see how it looks, I guess. I just really don't want it to cover up all the detailing that I've got on the inside. I'm hoping it still kind of like shows through, but gives it that sort of glossy, shiny effect. I'm going to cover the whole thing, maybe add some shines in every now and then, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we're just placing the last couple blocks of the glass. I haven't actually stepped back and looked at it since I started it, so let's give it a go right now. Ooh! Do you know what? I actually prefer this so much more. It gives it more of like a glow, a bit more of a shine and a glow to it. It looks way more like a jewel or like an emerald than it did without it, for sure. Oh, I'm a big fan. How about the other side where the sun doesn't hit? It still looks nice because it's got that little outer ring where the glass is. And you can still see like the detailing on the inside. Yeah, that like right up in the sky, maybe surrounded like a couple smaller ones like surrounding it with like some green sort of enchantment sparkles on them. Like some of these, maybe like, I don't know, like some sparkle kind of effects around the emerald. That could be quite cool. I don't know. We'll have to play about with it and see what works. Yeah, like some stuff like that, some little like sparkles around it. That could be cool. One thing that I haven't thought of though is like how you get in and out of it, because I haven't even seen how much space I've got on the inside yet either. Oh, there's already bats in here. Bats have already moved in. Let's get some torches just so I can see what's going on. Do you know what? It's not too bad of a space. We can actually make it work. Like we can maybe have 2 levels, so we can have some down here, try and make it work with them slotted in, and then have like an extended walkway. So this platform's a bit longer, so you can run around, and they're like all slotted, couple there, couple in these gaps. Only thing is it's kind of an odd shape in the middle, but I feel like we can make it work. We could either go like another level and do some like up in the roof level up here. But yeah, this as a design, I am a big fan of. But now for the major challenge, which I didn't actually think of until now, is getting all of these resources, because that's going to take a long time. But before we do that, I've just thought of one more idea that might save me a hell of a lot of time. Now, I could go and try and hunt down a mesa and spend hours running through my world trying to find one to get that inside sort of structure strip where the terracotta is. Or I could use acacia planks. Now, I know this seems weird, but from a distance, you probably won't be able to pick up much of a difference. This is them side by side. They're very similar, and as you guys know, we have a lot of acacia trees around. I looked at stripped logs as well, but I think that's a bit too pink toned. But I think these two are very, very similar. So I might actually go with acacia planks for that inside structure. And then once it's all covered in glass, you probably won't be able to tell, and that's going to save me a lot of time. So now that we're back in my survival world, let me grab my trusty axe and let's get chopping. And we'll go to our axe breaks. There we go. Sorted. So I'm going to quickly sleep, and then the next thing on our list that we desperately need to get is concrete. There is a hell of a lot of concrete on this build, but there's also, as you saw, a lot of glass. So that means we're going to need sand for the concrete and for the glass. So I'm going to get a bunch of sand from these ocean bits and any gravel that we see as well. Also, while running around here, I've actually heard some little grunts, which means we already have a baby. Brilliant. That means it's working. They've got enough stuff needed to breed. We're all good. Something that actually works. Amazing. Also, I've cleared my inventory and I'm running this direction now because I do remember seeing a desert. I think it was a desert. It was either a desert or a really big beach, but either way, it's exactly what we need, and it's over near the mountain where our original base is going to be. So let's run there. Okay, so if I leave the acacia now and pop through this forest, I believe this should be where I saw all the sand. Now, whether it's a beach or a desert, it doesn't matter because sand is sand, and I see it here now. Ooh. Did I bring the bones? I didn't bring the bones. But here is the sand, and it looks like, yes, it is. It's a big old desert. It's going to make it a lot easier to get the sand. So let's do that. So now as the... What just died? So now as the sun is setting and I'm about to get attacked, it's probably bad timing, but we're back at the mountain that we saw earlier, and coming back, it's like, this is magnificent. I've got so many ideas. I can have the big floating thing just next to the mountain or this side to fill that little void there, and then we'll have the big base here. Look at this now, and then just imagine how it's going to look in the future with all the different elements going on in the mountain. It's going to be insane. But I've got these 2 double chests here, as you can tell. Yeah, we went digging. We definitely went digging. I am ironless now. I'm down to no iron at all, so I'm gonna have to go mining again. But that works out because I do now need gravel. Now you can get gravel from like the oceans and the lakes and stuff like that. Like there's probably some here somewhere. I don't know. There you go, some here. Hello, sir. Or there might be a better way I can do this. It's gonna take a little bit longer now for the setup, but it could be worth it for getting enough gravel that I need. I could go to the Nether. Now there's the soul sand valleys and the gravel valleys, but there's a bunch of gravel in the Nether that could be easy to harvest rather than trying to like scavenge for some just in the oceans and down in the mines, because that's probably going to take me a lot longer in the long run. So we're going to set up to go to the Nether. So that's my 10 pieces needed. For you that was 1 second. For me that was painfully slow. I am going to have to go mining though anyway, because I need iron for a flint and steel, and we're good to go. There we go. That bed that I had just placed down here. So I set my respawn point already, so if anything bad happens in here, which I hope it doesn't, I'm going to be right here to be able to retrieve my stuff. But fingers crossed, bang, we're all good. Oh, look at that with the shaders. That looks great. Well, welcome. Enjoy your stay. I'm going to go to your place and just steal some stuff. Also, I'm not wearing any gold armor, which I've just remembered could be a problem for things trying to attack me. So let's hope that's not the case. But where are we ending up? Please be gravel nearby. Oh my god. There's got to be some gravel down here. Is that gravel? Gravel down there. Oh, a lot of gravel down there. Alright. Oh my god. Let's go get it while dodging the bullets. Well, what a welcome to the Nether. Ladies and gents, it is a couple of hours later, and we are officially done, I guess. I think I've overkilled it a bit. I've got no shovel left, no food left, so I'm going to have to go back with no food and harvest all the stuff up and start transferring it over to the new base, I guess, because we've now nearly filled up half of a chest, which should be enough gravel. I can't physically take digging gravel in the Nether anymore, so I think that will do. We've got this whole double chest of the sand as well, so I think that should be enough for us to start. All we've got left is to get the orange dye, convert the concrete into like solid concrete, which we can just do in the river here, and then we're good to start. So let's do it. Hello there. We're back, and I'm up very high. I've got my mountain behind me, as you can see. We are done gathering resources. I've got chests full down there of all the stuff that I'm going to need, plus some bamboo down there as well that I got from the jungle, just so I could make this scaffolding to get up here. And I think this is where we're going to start the villager trading center. So we got the bottom of the spike here, and it's going to go upwards from here. I'm going to build the frame right now and get back to you when I've done that, just because I'm not going to bore you by making you watch me do the whole thing. So I'll see you when I've done it. We are now climbing down. I have finished the frame of the giant emerald, the giant orange emerald. The frame is now done, and I haven't actually properly looked at it. I've just been up there. I'm going to take this scaffolding down, let that all fall, and we're going to see what this frame looks like placed in this world. So I'm going to run over here, and we're going to see exactly what it looks like. I'm hoping the placement of it is nice, because that really wasn't fun, to be honest, in survival. But bang. Oh, there's still scaffolding up there. Damn. Okay. That's fine, though. That looks good. That's a cool placement, because we're going to have more stuff surrounding it as well. So it'll kind of fill the void. Right now, it does look a bit like higgledy-piggledy. This is going to look great. This is going to look really good. And with the acacia from this far away, you can't even tell. Like, that was a really good time saver for me. Big time. Once again, ladies and gents, we are running away from the emerald to see what it looks like. I can see a massive filled-in shadow now, which is great news. I'm hoping it looks good. Everything should be right. I'm praying everything's right, because it's a lengthy process. I realize I'm going to be looking at it in the shadow, but it still looks great. That still looks insane, and it still needs one more layer. We still need the glass layer to go around it as well, but this is looking nuts. This is looking absolutely great. Let me go over here. I'm a bit close, but yeah, it looks great. It kind of looks like a mirrored hot air balloon a little bit, but I think the glass definitely helps out with that look of it being shiny. But yeah, it looks great. It looks really good. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I'm actually super surprised with how much stuff we have left over. I think I really overdid it. I've still got glass cooking in that in here as well, and glass and food cooking, but we're gonna take a step back. Scaffolding is still there because I need to go back up just to have a little look. Bang! Look at that. I've done the little ones around it as well, covered it in the glass, and I have to be honest, it looks incredible. I'm very shocked that this is like the first massive build that I've done on the world, episode 2, and this is where we are. So we've got 2 little gems surrounding it. I was going to do the green sparkles that I spoke about earlier, but I just thought it might make it a little bit too cartoony. I think like the simplicity of it, like, but it looking huge and it being such a big build is insane. Look at that. Looks great. I had to put torches on it. It looks kind of weird, but there had to be torches on it just because at night time you can't really see it. But here we are. The inside. That inside is going to be full of mobs. Hold on, let's go and have a look. Okay, so I've made it to the top, and if there are creepers inside here, I'm finished. Is there anything down there? No. There's nothing in here. Maybe it hasn't had the chance to spawn because I haven't been close. Well, I don't know. I don't really know how it works. Maybe because I've been close by, because I haven't been close by for a bit. I think for now we're safe. But yeah, I think we just got very, very lucky with the spawns, which is great. Great news. So I can do this, light all this up with torches and make sure it's spawn proof. Let's do that now. This might be slightly overkill now, but we're definitely all completely lit up in here. And it actually looks insane. It looks incredible in here. Had to recycle some of my scaffolding just because getting the string is a lengthy process. But I had an idea. Before I was saying like how to get in and out without it looking ugly. I never considered actually using portals. Look at me just hiding underneath here. Using portals to travel. Now, I've never done portal travel before, so it's going to be super interesting to see how it works for me. I've got a little calculator off on the side here, just so I don't get this wrong. But if I have a portal down the bottom and then one built in here, I could just pop in and out of those and travel through the nether to get into my emerald. That way I don't have to have some ugly ladder or water stream going down. And then once we get elytra, we can maybe just elytra in. This. Links here. Go through, go through, go through. Please take me out the bottom. Please, 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 please. Where am I? Yes! Okay. This should take us up to the emerald. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. I did it. I actually did it. Okay, so we have a good few of these guys trapped so far. There is actually still a couple more that we need to take over, but these are the most annoying things in this entire game. They've just got a mind of their own. They don't want to do what they're told, but they're mine now. We're going to try and just push these guys and see how possible it is to just get them going. I think it should be good if we just push them like this. But we've just got to take these guys. I'm definitely going to die. And remember, there's 29 of these guys that need to go up. So, no, please. I hate my life. Alright, this is going to take some work. They're going. Ah! They're going. Well, I don't know what they're doing. This honestly just... it just looks like a whole mess. These guys are getting so annoying. Honestly. I've tried looking into it. I've even put... If I show you real quick, if I go through here. I put doors. I think they spawn in the portal. So yeah, the doors are extremely pointless. If you guys know, I would love to know, to be honest, because I haven't got a clue how to get rid of these guys. 3, 2, 1. Bang. There we go. So we just got to do this for all of the guys on this level, and I'll be back with you when I've done it. I was so optimistic about this video, being like, this is going to be a great project. Shouldn't take me too long. All it is just building the structure and whacking these guys in. Do I regret it? No. Did I hate it? Yes. I haven't actually sorted the trades out yet, but they're all in with their tables. There's a couple that I've actually locked in. I can't remember which ones they were. It might be this guy. This guy's locked in with looting 3, which is great. And I think it's this other middle guy here with mending. which is great. So there's 2 guys that I've locked in. I've already got mending and I've got my looting 3. I think in between episodes, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of all the lecterns and put them back and lock in the enchants that I want and fill this room up with God enchants, so I can get my God armor and God weapons and tools and gear. My God gear. I'm going to get my God gear next episode. I'm going to make it even more painful for myself. I think I'm going to try and make a raid farm. That way, I can get plenty of emeralds, plenty of totems, just so I don't have to worry about dying or anything like that. Even though it is normal survival, it's just easier to have one on hand. So, I think that's the plan for next episode. Get the raid farm complete and get our God gear. That's all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate you sticking with me through the make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Comment down below what else you want to see and how to get these piglins out of this base. I've had to just block it up for now, but please tell me. And I hope you guys are looking forward to the next episode because it's going to be a big one. I'll see you there.